AFC Predict, it's the AFC review. I'm out here in Rennes. Just here from the hotel room right about now. Little cozy spot. Like, they've been quite welcoming, quite nice and friendly, all the guys in it. So, pretty happy out here. Seen a few gooners coming out here, maybe another 10 or so on our flight and that. So, yeah, it's been a nice day. It's been a nice day. And to be honest, it's just, I said it's the AFC review. And quickly, just talking about the Tottenham game on the weekend, would have given a quicker review, but you know, the disappointment plus being busy means it's just a bit harder to give a review. So my thing is that, you know, we had a really good game. We had a really good game on the weekend in terms of we were very controlled. It was very disciplined. We needed a second goal. At the top level, sometimes these things just don't happen. You know, Lacazette had a really good chance, I felt, for his ability. I mean, I couldn't have scored the chance, but his ability, he could have scored to make it 2-0 in the second half. Even the first one, I still felt with his ability, needs to at least go on target, keep the ball in play, keep it alive. And that's the problem. Sometimes if you don't hit the target, the ball goes dead. So it's not always about scoring, it's about keeping the ball alive. So I'm very disappointed in Mustafi. I'm actually going to have to dig him out here. Just too many kamikaze mistakes now from him. I don't know if you can have that at this level. For some reason, he just feels the need to do something that is stupid. It's not like like someone's run past him and he's, accidentally clipped him. He sees things coming. He makes mistakes. Like sometimes you'll see if someone's like over his shoulder, like Lewandowski, for example, in the 5-1 defeat in Munich, where Koscielny went off at 1-1. He just didn't get close enough to him to just stop him from jumping. He could see what's going to happen. He sees the cross is going to come in, doesn't do anything. Crystal Palace dives in, kamikaze, chops a man up, and then it's a penalty. But then before the second penalty at Palace, he decided not to pull someone down on the halfway line when he had the opportunity to. Why be kamikaze in the box and not kamikaze outside of it? And then what he did this weekend. I mean, yes, Harry Kane was offside. Yes, the linesman should have seen it. Sometimes there's just no reason for a defender to do what he does. And I'm not going to sit here criticising him on my own. This is what a lot of people think, including Emmanuel Petit. It's a blunder. Why would you barge him? So it was really disappointing because they weren't doing anything. They didn't do anything. So to then have it where we get the opportunity, a reprieve for a penalty, which I didn't think was a penalty, but I could see why the referee gave it. I did have this feeling. The penalty that Aubameyang scored in the game in the 4-2 was exactly the same. You're banking on the goalkeeper going the wrong way. If you get 2 against him in the space of 2 months, and you want to take it the same way, all he realises he has to do is just stand there. You're not going to hit a corner. If you're going to take it in the same way, you're not going to hit a corner. But then again, if Lloris goes the wrong way, it's fine. My problem is the follow-up. Yes, Vertonghen encroached. However, Iwobi's been alive, and all Aubameyang had to do is you've got to expect the defender to come at you from that side. You can see the rest of the goal, put it into that side. Fine margins we're talking about now. We're not talking about bad performances, just fine margins. And that's what I was saying to people before, like, you can talk about if we beat Spurs, if we beat United. We haven't really done back-to-back games when we have like a series of games coming up against big teams. We've never beaten all the teams since 2003. When we had like, who was it? It would have been United with a draw when Rennes hit the bar. Newcastle, who were in the top 4, big side at the time. Then we played Liverpool, beat them. Then we played Chelsea, beat them. 10 points out of 12. That's where it's important, but we didn't do that this time around. And we haven't done it since, so it's very difficult, very hard. It's a lot of hard work. It's about fine margins now. That's my message tonight. That's my message. At this stage of the season, it's about getting things right. It doesn't really matter how you perform, but when you perform as well as that, what you want then is to follow it up with the result. You get a reprieve, you get a lifeline after the penalty. You get the opportunity to just stick the ball in the back of the net, literally be forceful. But Aubameyang, unfortunately, he just didn't feel like he really wanted it. Really felt like, right, I've got to make amends. You know, like when Xabi Alonso missed that penalty in 2005 in the Champions League final. No one remembers that because he had the mindset switched on to go and say, right, I'm going to follow this up. The goalkeeper touched it. Got to follow it up. It doesn't take much. I was very disappointed. I'm sure every Gooner was. So, yeah, you know, it's very disappointing. And now we have to beat Manchester United. So, it's not the best situation. But for the top four, we're going to need top four. We're going to need top four to take the pressure off us for Europa League. I think if we qualify for the top four, we then, I think we'll win the Europa League because the pressure's off. You just go, right, cool, we can just play any game. So yeah, disappointing, but you know, on to the next one. On to the next one. That's the way it has to be.
Yeah, boys, out here in Rennes. What are you saying? Who's out here? Who's out here? I know Vince is out here. But yeah, who's out here? Jay, you out here, bro? Who's doing the Liam Doman with me, man? Who's yanking out, man? Who's yanking out? Who's yanking out? Give me some.